Hello, YouTube. It's Katina, Lady Katina Tarot 333. Um, Thank you guys for tuning in. As promised, I want to give a few channel messages for passed over loved ones. I don't feel like being on camera tonight, so we're just going to do it this way. But if you would, please, I appreciate all the love and support that everybody's giving me on my channel and otherwise. Um, and I hope to bring you more messages in the future. Also, I would appreciate if you'd like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I am a psychic medium, and I have the gift of mediumship. So I'm going to share this with you. Just a few passed over loved ones came through, and if I don't share, then I don't feel like I'm doing my just duty. Because it is an honor to be able to communicate with our loved ones in the other room. So, and your loved ones, as I should say. But and I do just get channeled throughout the day. So the first one I have, her name is Kathy. She was born in either 34 or 43, and she was a seamstress. Something about either a linen, Lennon, or Lennon, like John Lennon. And I did look it up, which if I googled Kathy Lennon, and actually got something, I can't specifically remember what it said, but it was pretty cool. But also, she wants to tell Gail 50 Shades of Grey, and she laughed about it. And she said, do you still have her brooch from the 80s? So, I know back in the 80s, being someone in, growing up in the 80s myself, we used to put a brooch on our collared shirts. If y'all ladies will remember that if you're my age. But, she laughed about shoulder pads. Back in the 80s, how everybody wore shoulder pads. But something about her mahogany desk. There's something about her mahogany desk. I don't know if this was someone's loved one, mother, sister, friend. And she asked that you keep it polished. And she said the name Amy. And maybe she even had a Singer sewing machine. And that was all I got from her. I also got a young lady by the name of Jennifer, who is 20. And she passed in the water. There's something to do with water. Maybe she drowned. Also, she's a water sign, so she could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Something about ivy, ivory, or marble. Also, the name Chase. And she's something about patches and Portland and a DVD player. I don't know. But that was that. Well, this one was really cool because I've been kind of going through some legal stuff. So I've been, for some reason, channeling some energies from the judicial system, I guess, close or nearby. But I had an energy come through, and he's anonymous judge, is what he said. But I did get the names Herbert, Barnett, Blaine, Black. I got Henson, or he could be a black judge. Got the name Henson and Harrison. So judge, I know judges like to be referred to by a judge and their last name maybe. But this judge came through and he said He said, "Sweet sister, step aside. Even the angels fly on high." And he said the names Janet or Tanya. And he came through as maybe he was a Mason, but he said something about 3 on a hill. He also talked about maybe a vacation that was taken to Costa Rica or Maine, and something about 4th and 10 brethren. I don't know what that might mean to someone, but the 4th and the 10th brethren. I heard that specifically. He also said, "Blessed is the meek, they shall inherit the earth." And he also said, he's quite talkative, happy women are beautiful. Be that way. Last name, Day. Somebody maybe had the last name Day. He said, happy women are beautiful. So I can appreciate that, because sometimes I'm not the most attractive, and I can, stay home a lot, so I don't really dress up and go out anywhere anymore. So anyway, I'm cool with it. Just at that stage in my life where, I'm just like to be home with my pets and stuff, and see my kids run in and out every now and then. But enough about me. Happy women are beautiful, so be happy. And he says, be that way. And judge not, lest ye be judged. And he also talked about judge without bias, but be gentle. And the name Martin, so Martin. This older judge that came through, something was going on with his left eye, or maybe he was blind in one eye, or missing an eye, even. Something about TLC. I picked up left eye. I don't know. Maybe that person that came through was kind of warning you, maybe, whoever this might resonate with. His sweet sister. About someone. I'm getting short lady, maybe. Anyway, I got a judge that came through, and he was very adamant about freedom and liberties for all, he says, especially the victims of trice. Now, I don't even know what the word trice means, but trice, blame, and shame. And he says, you'll know who he is, because whoever you might be, if this resonates with you about this judge, this older judge, he wore Stetson cologne and Barbasol, so maybe you smell like shaving cream. Maybe shaving cream reminds you of him. And he also said, he was quite the character. He said, I'd rather look like a bird than an old bat. And he laughed, and he said something about good humor ice cream. Also, the name Clover or Clever. He says he's very clever, maybe, in the afterlife. But something about the porch light flickering or the garage light flickering. So, and he says, when he said goodbye, he didn't say goodbye. He said adios, amigos. So, maybe he was a well-traveled man, and that was just something, maybe his catchphrase that he might have said when he was alive. So, I really had a good time channeling him. He was quite the character. But, also, another chairman come through. I don't know if he was a judge or just a chairman. He could have been on the city council. He could have been chairman of anything. But he says, a stain on their tie. Something about somebody like maybe a businessman. That's how you'll know if he's, crooked or whatever. But Something about March 26th of 2016. If that's a sufficient date for you, or maybe the judge was born on that date, or just that might resonate. It's March 26th, 2016. And this gentleman wore Mickey Mouse tie. Um, he was, apparently he might have liked Mickey Mouse. Maybe his name is Mickey. Maybe this chairman's name was Mickey. But he said head honcho. That's what he said. He was the head honcho. I picked up a black man. He's playful, very smart, very intellectual, and he played checkers. He could be black. It doesn't always have to be black, but I got either the name Black or he was a black man. He played checkers, and he said Old National Bank, something about gambling, Starburst, and Nobles. So I know there's a Nobles Market, a Nobles grocery store. Starburst might also be something, a burst of, I don't know, that might be a financial term. I did get banker with him, but I don't know that they call the head banker the chairman, but maybe. And he was also very interesting. Yeah, he said it hit honcho. But how you'll know who it is the Mickey Mouse tie. He wore a Mickey Mouse tie. He also said that something about hollow hands and the electric turned off. Somebody's electric could get turned off soon, I think. And hollow hands. And I didn't know what that might mean, but I got to thinking about it. And if you have hollow hands, you have empty hands. So maybe someone's in need of assistance, or maybe the chairman's hands are hollow. I don't know. But I thought it was interesting, Old National Bank. Maybe he meant stop gambling. Maybe somebody out there needs to quit gambling with their life, or what money they have, or something about Old National. But I also got the name Everett, fall of 22, and he said something about spell work. Now, you guys, for medium, spell work means your mouth. What you might have said. Somebody said something they shouldn't have. And Everett was a judge in my hometown, Everett White, so the name White might resonate. I know it resonates in my family. I have I don't know what you would call it, but the Whites are part of my family. Anyway, some kind of spell work done in fall of 22. I got the name Jackie, Bobby, Stephen, Pamela, David. Something about 11144. A secret marriage. Forgery. Blackballed. Somebody blackballed somebody. Summer in Miami. And the court clerk held money. So, something about willow, or a willow tree. But this Judge Everett, didn't like what kind of spell work went down. Whatever that was in the fall of 2022. I got a feeling of just utter just disappointment in society. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, you might know, it might resonate with you. It does, maybe you need to take a longer look at something. But I also picked up Somebody Likes Chewing Grape Gum, passed over loved one. Something about pink handcuffs. Very cocky male. I'm not sure what. He's very proud of himself, And something about Lake Spurlock. Spurlock Lake. And sometimes I channel some really disturbing things. So this is only for entertainment purposes only. If you have any mental illnesses, any financial problems, any kind of family problems, domestic violence, anything, you need to seek professional help, reach out to a friend or family member. So, but this next one's kind of disturbing. It said Lake Spurlock, or Sporlock, and there's a body in the lake from a missing person about 6 months ago. I got the name Devin, and it's over an unpaid loan. He was born in 88 on June 6th. Might be off about the date, but he was shot in the back by a black male. And then something about his phone, needs to track his phone. I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe the battery's dead, but you might be able to ping it for any kind of law officials that might be listening. You might be able to ping that phone. But once again, I got the name Desmond, first or last. Something about pink handcuffs. Spurlock Lake. And maybe you investigated this before, because I heard cold case. Like you didn't have any leads on it. But Spur Lake. Maybe that's a last name. Desmond Spurlake. Maybe Detective Spurlock. On those lines, though. So, I'm not picking up a state or anything. Like Michigan, I heard. Like Michigan. Yeah. Well, it's maybe something about, might not be born in 88. It could be 886, something, maybe an address, might be an amount of money, 886. Anyway, I hope that helps with your investigation. Any officers are listening. The love of your life is about to walk through the door wearing purple violet. This was just a channeling message that I got, that I don't know if someone it might resonate with you, but the love of your life is about to walk through the door wearing purple or violet, or maybe a violet in her hair, or has in the past. Bringer of joy, and something about golden in the next two weeks. And this union is going to be handmade by God. So something about a purple flower, purple violet, the color purple. Something about the color purple. So I know Whoopi Goldberg played in that, and a couple other cool actors, but you have to just think about that movie and maybe the year that it was produced, and or maybe the producer of that movie, maybe their name is something significant with the case I just spoke about. A movie producer of some type. I'm not Preston, so maybe. Okay, I got the number 1212. Someone's losing their job. They're getting fired for changing a medical record. So somebody's a hippie. I just got that. They like the bohemian things, candles. I picked up a nurse, maybe CNA. She's married, or he. I'm picking up a she energy, fire sign, maybe a Scorpio. Okay. Alright. I got the name Terrence. Taryn. Turner. Okay. On to the next. Hope that resonates with someone. The name Bruce Grass. Bruce or Grass or Bruce Grass. Maybe his whole name comes through. Sometimes spirits come through and they're stronger, a stronger presence, and I can hear them better. But something about yellow root or yellow boots. Maybe he was a fireman. I mean, I'm thinking yellow boots could have been anything, but yellow boots are significant. Maybe you wore yellow boots. But I also got camper, a statue, and candle. He says to light a candle for the saints. The saints are New Orleans. Picking that up. Yankee, because Yankee Candle. He could have been a Yankee, or kind of maybe made fun of somebody who was in New Orleans and called him a Yankee because they were from the north. This man has 3 children. They're all boys. Something about dead flowers on his mom's grave. He wants you to change them. Change them, he said. Put new flowers on mom's grave. Whoever that might resonate with. And Boris is another name I picked up that he spoke to me. And he said something about a ring and hope. And he said the ring is for Hope, his granddaughter. And then he also said the names Julie, Justin, or Jack. So I hope that resonates. He wants that ring given to his granddaughter. I got a judge that came through. I'm picking up on a lot of judges. Passed over. I got a Judge Wood, Judge Walter, Judge Weston, Judge Westmore, Winifred, Wesley. And they came through and like I explained, I've been going through some legal things myself. So, I've been kind of studying about the justice system and human rights and just different things, or the Bill of Rights. Maybe the name Bill is significant with someone. Civil rights. All rights that I've been picking up on and studying about. So, these judges that came through, one or all, said that blaming the victim. Maybe a vast of people were blaming the victim, which I can resonate with that. But the name Victoria, and I heard vast bias. So, vast bias. One of these judges played the trumpet or a brass instrument, or was, musically inclined, we'll say. But vast bias, I don't know that it was, vastness, like across the board bias towards whatever's going on. And he says it's time to blow the trumpet on high. So I also got Judge Wood. Did I say that? A Judge Higgett. Higgett. Could be wrong about the spelling. Yeah, Higgett. This judge was something about golf and the Masters. So that's I'm a golfer. I love golf. I've golfed many years. And what a treat going to the Masters would be. But when I think of the Masters, I always think of Tiger Wood. So maybe Judge Wood, and that's kind of where I kind of picked that up at. But it was an interesting message, but in my mind, I pictured this judge sitting in a car, maybe next to a loved one next to him, a protege, maybe someone working under him, and he said, like maybe he'd given you some advice or something along the way, but he said justice, and then he said above, and he said something above the sun visor. And he said remember. He said you hold the keys. And then he said lock them up and throw away the keys. I don't know what that meant. But, or maybe, no, he said throw away the keys. So I took it as lock them up, throw away the keys. But it could be that somebody threw away the keys, somebody threw the keys. Remember, you hold the keys. But I thought it was interesting, sun visor. So maybe you're being blinded, whoever these judges are, or if this resonates for anyone, maybe you're being blinded by someone's the sun visor. Like maybe get the sun out of your eyes and remember you hold the keys, Like maybe that's an important job that should be considered, I mean, it's a pretty bad place to be, incarceration is terrible. It changes people, good or bad. But whatever that might mean for someone, I wouldn't wish jail on anybody or death. And I think if you're capable of doing that, wishing it on someone, then you yourself should be, spend a few days in there, maybe. That's just my opinion. But I also got the name Shannon, who was 40. And when she passed, maybe something about her ear. And I picked up on melanoma. Like maybe she got cancer on her ear. I know that sounds weird, and specifically her left ear. And they gave her a year to live from this cancer. Or maybe she was a cancer. Maybe her name's Shannon Coffee. Coffee? Maybe it's similar to coffee. Anyway, something about a year for cancer. So maybe someone has a year to live. They're not aware of it. Or maybe someone has melanoma. Okay. Well, that's all the ones I have for you today. I want to close with let me see. Maybe I got some other ones. When I picked up on the older gentleman, the older judge, I would say, and I mentioned Good Humor ice cream and Clover or Clever. And the porch light or the garage lights going to flicker. I mean, maybe that's going to be a sign to you that he's there and he's listening or he's watching. But I got when I say Clover, maybe there's a horse named Clover or Clever. Also Flicker. I picked Flicker. So, anyway, adios amigos, he says. I'm going to end with this Bible verse. I've been studying. I am intrigued by religion and all sorts of stuff, But I'm intrigued by all that. Not just religion, but seems to be what I like to study these days. Anyway, Okay. And seeing the multitudes, he went up on a mountain. And when he was seated, his disciples came to him. And this is talking about Jesus. Luke 6:20 through 26. Then he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. I like that. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called Son of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Righteousness' sake. Blessed are you when they revel and persecute you and say all kinds of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecute the prophets who were before you. I'm thinking that might mean that, there's nothing new under the sun, I heard. Well, I mean, younger people seem to think that, they're doing something new out here. No, they're not. Beginning of time, Christ was persecuted. Jesus was persecuted in the name of the Father and for our sins. But, he had to carry his own cross. We are all at that point in our lives where we're going to be persecuted. And people are going to say all kinds of evil and false things against you for, things you did or didn't do. And you just can't care. That's my advice to you. You can't care what other people say about you. You've just got to be you, do you, and don't have any shame in your game. You can't defend yourself against a lie. Just know Christ, our Father, is with you or whoever you may be in the justice system, on either side, the good or the bad. And my advice to you is doing to others as you'd have done unto you. Because we never know when our lives will change. The poorest person in town could end up being the wealthiest overnight. Miracles happen every day. And, in my mind, God makes miracles happen to make others aware that He's still with us. And He is still God. And I was reading a Bible verse the other day, and you will know I am God. I don't know which chapter that's in, but that might resonate with somebody. But, yeah. You are the light of the world, and a city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand, and give light to all who are in the house. Let your light shine before men, that you may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. And I just randomly seen that. When I go through the Bible, I let God, the Holy Spirit, lead me. And wherever I open this book at, in my mind, that's what God wants me to focus on. And when something's on my heart, I just look to the Lord and to His Word. Anyway, I hope this has helped you guys. Please do like and share. And if you'd like a reading from me, I have put my email address and everything, or not my email address, my channel name. You'll see that and you'll be able to contact me. I would love to do past life readings. I do love readings, past life readings, karmic readings. I do sign readings. I do mediumship. Um, I just need the name of your loved one, and I might be able to channel them. I can't guarantee that, but um, if Spirit sees fit that I should be able to communicate with them, I will do that for you. But anyway, I thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm praying for all my enemies, all my friends. I'm praying for everybody because it's what we're supposed to do. And remember to, do the right thing, make good decisions, bring an ending to your sorrows by listening to your heart and going within for answers. And thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and share. Please subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thanks so much, YouTube. Bye-bye.